his friend wants to get an autograph. Venus might I lock in. Yo, 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 yo. Yo, 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 yo.
Me? Hello, hello, hello. I can hear myself very high. Yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Okay, hey, Liam. LA night, yeah. Yeet. National anthem. Oh, keep going. About to get the national anthem. Now I can hear myself. National anthem. About to get ready for this tip-off of. Hello, Liam. What's up today?
Yeah, what's up, Max? How you doing today?
Doing pretty good. Just ready for the national anthem.
And the
Welcome in to the Liacouras Center. This is WHIP Radio on YouTube. I'm Max Sinnerberg, joined by Liam Gianelli as the Temple Owls look to rebound after a tough overtime loss on Sunday, as they'll be taking on the USF Bulls in this matchup. Liam, what are your thoughts on this early matchup? Happy Saturday to you.
Yeah, thank you, Max, for happy Saturday to you as well. But Temple had 6 days to get right back, fix what they had to do in that double overtime loss at Charlotte last Sunday. And if it's going to be anything, it's going to be crashing the boards. Look at the starting lineups. Got a little confusion if Enos Piper is going to be announced as a starter.
Or Demi Washington.
But I think that's a crucial thing going forward. Rebounds, crash the boards. That's what USF does best, is going to be physical with you down low, and Temple's got physical back. But foul trouble could be a key issue as well for Temple. Max, I know you had an interesting statistic.
Yeah, we'll bring it up throughout the game. I want to save it for the in-game because I think it's an important stat once it becomes relevant. But as you said, Temple looked like they were going to get another victory this past Sunday afternoon in Charlotte. Sorry, my mistake. And they did not pull it off against Charlotte. They were up pretty much dominant, double figures for 3 quarters, and then kind of collapsed in the fourth, and then by themselves collapsing and the refs not helping them out in any way. But we've seen after that SMU game where it looked like East hit the buzzer, that's normally a tough game that teams can't bounce back from, but Temple did. So do you think Temple has the goods to kind of rebound off that game?
Yes, absolutely. This Temple team is deep. They play 9 to 10 girls each game, and that's something you want to see, especially with foul trouble. Everyone knew what their role was when they came onto the court. But on the other side for USF, they got to run them off the line. Again, 30% from beyond the arc. It's nothing great, but Victoria Blossing, the true freshman, leads in all NCAA freshman, not the American, all NCAA, with total 3-pointers made as well. So something that Temple's got to monitor. It's going to be interesting who sticks on her throughout the game. Maybe Aaliyah, Demi Washington, but a true defender has to be face guarding her throughout the entire contest. 40 minutes of complete dominance defense the Owls need to do today.
If you've been listening to the radio this week, you've probably been told a billion times, but this conference is tight at the moment. Every game matters, and separation is key, and these two teams are right next to each other in the standings. Temple is 6-4 in the conference. USF is 6-5. They're 6-7, Liam, in the AAC. Temple gets a win. They get into that bye situation in the top 5. They get themselves good separation from South Florida. Yeah,
it's something, a trend we keep talking about on the radio. Now we're going to talk about on the broadcast. February is the month where teams start to pull away and really figure out the identity. If they're a true team come March Madness, the tournament as well. And it's going to start today here at the Liacouras Center for the Owls and the Bulls. Remember, this South Florida team made the tournament last year, not at the auto bid, but it's at large teams, so they're used to winning in the big games. It's going to be a capable one here. Jose Fernandez has got 19 wins in 7 of 11 seasons. He's been coach of the Bulls, so he's trying to make it there. 5 wins away from that record, and it's going to start today at tip-off.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Again, this game is very important as Temple, they have a chance to go deep in the conference. We've kind of talked about this all year, but their biggest problem this season, Liam, is just consistency. There's weeks, there's consecutive games where they look like the team they're supposed to be, and then they kind of have that drop-off, and that is what they've had in trying to avoid a 2-game losing streak.
Yeah, this Temple team is very streaky is the word I would say. I wouldn't say there's the consistency issue there, which is something you need to do at this point in the season, but streaky. It's not a team you want to play and match up with in Dickies Arena come Fort Worth, Texas in the second week of March. But again, if they want to get hot, this is the time to do it. I think they have all the pieces around the court. Diane Richardson has their complete squad. And we're going to see how it goes fruition today.
Yeah, and then you're going to see some rebounding problems. You talked about this earlier. USF can rebound. Brito in the starting lineup, averaging around 6.5 rebounds. Schipple with 7.5 rebounds. So that's a challenge. And we were shocked to see in the Twitter lineups that Piper would not start. Now, on our Twitter, on Temple's women's Twitter page, it says that Piper's not starting in place for Terriana Gary. The lineup we have on our stat sheets here in the arena says that Gary is starting in place of Demi Washington. So I like T-Mac in the lineup. She's easily their best shooter, and she's been very valuable for this team as of late.
Yeah, it's someone I actually would like to keep off on the bench, coming off as a 6-man for the Owls, who can light up from behind the arc, kind of the spark plug you need when you're in a cold drought, and you know she can give you that extra energy that Diane Richardson knows where she brought over at Townsend here to Broad Street. But again, they're announcing starting lineups right now. I'm going to see where they have them with their positions. I know, I'm confused. I don't know what to believe, the Twitter or the live stats.
Yeah, what are we going to believe? We'll see.
I'm pretty sure the same person does both, so.
Yes, well, at the moment, again, Temple, they're going to have a busy schedule. They had 6 days off in between these 2 games. Again, they just played last Sunday. So do you think that will come into any factor that they got 6 days off from the previous matchup?
I'm not the biggest advocate or believer in that too much rest is a thing or not enough rest. A good team comes prepared any game they play. It doesn't matter if it's 2 weeks off, a day off, wherever. The American does Thursday games and a Sunday, 2 days off sometimes. Again, we talked about Temple. This is the first Saturday game all season, or from November and December when they did doubleheaders with the men's. But Coach Richardson and the coaching staff knows that they have to have their team prepared to go. I'm not worried about the too much rest aspect. I expect them to come out shooting the ball very well and hot and ready to go.
USF, on the other hand, did play this past week. They lost by 10 at home against Rice. Rice near the bottom of the American. So that's a pretty bad loss, especially on home court. Rice actually ranks, Rice actually said 4th, Rice 4th in the conference. So tough loss for them. USF had a 3-game winning streak that was snapped. So both teams needing a win today, because losing streaks at this time of the season is not important. It's pretty important.
Yeah, the 3-game win streak and now a loss to Owls. Maybe it's owl phobia for the USF Bulls. Maybe that comes into play today. See again. But again, this team looks streaky as well. I mean, they come up with 2 straight wins, 3 straight losses, 3 straight wins, and now a loss. Both teams really match well on the stat sheet and paper. It's going to be how the X's and O's put together on the hardwood.
So Inez Piper was in the starting lineup, and you can tell they're kind of fumbling, trying to figure out what the starting lineup is. But so Demi Washington, who's arguably been their best player, I'd say the last month or so of the season, she will come off the bench. Now, we don't know if there's anything specifically wrong with her. I think we saw her during warm-ups, Liam, but very interesting decision by Coach Richardson.
I'm still looking. I don't see Inez all out there with them.
They just announced her. She came through.
She did?
Yeah. She's standing over there.
I see T-Mac, Aaliyah Nelson, Rain Tucker,
then I could be wrong.
Tiara East, and Demi Washington.
Wait, now Demi just came through without an introduction. So I think Inez is not starting.
I don't know. There's some technical difficulties.
Demi just did Demi got no introduction and just, that was hilarious. Demi had no introduction. They said Inez Piper, but Inez Piper did not walk through. You're right.
Hey, I'm not going to name drop because we know who's running the jump, but we know who's running the jump. Guys, get it together. You're trying to make our jobs easier.
So Demi Watt, no Inez Piper in the starting lineup. Is that an interesting move? Like, what do you think about that? Like, it's a team that can rebound like the Bulls.
Yeah, I'm more in favor of a guard coming off the bench, because someone that could score easily like that from all around the 3-level scorer. Inez Piper, I don't know if it's the concern about foul trouble that Diane Richardson's a little trouble, and keeping Inez a couple 5-6 minutes off the normal regulation minutes restriction. Maybe it's an injury, I don't know. I didn't see Jalissa Molina out there, so if this Temple team wants to run small ball, I'm going to be very interested to see how they roll today. That means it has to be fast ball movement.
They officially changed. So our lineups today, Blasing, Wilson, Levy, Schipple, and Brito for the Bulls. Like we already mentioned, Blasing 15 a game, leading the way. She wears number 5 in green. And Temple will go small ball. Nelson, Washington, with Gary East and Tucker. As we're getting ready for tip-off, Temple looking to snap a little losing streak here after a tough loss on Sunday, trying to get their 7th and probably one of the more important wins of the season today to keep themselves in bye week. And now Inez Piper's on the court.
I am so confused.
Wait, now the refs are going to go walk over. This is hilarious, by the way. So I guess Demi's not starting.
All right,
yeah, so
there we go.
Inez Piper is starting. All right, it's our 4th different lineup change. We're underway. South Florida's coming down right to left. Demi Washington's already at the table.
Okay, whatever. We're going to focus on the action.
Well, I guess I'll ask Diane after this matchup. So South Florida has the ball, and they almost throw it away. Gary intercepts now. Now Washington enters 13 seconds in for Piper. So I don't know what happened there at all. I can't explain to you. We cover this team every game, and I have no idea what just happened.
Yeah, that's going to be the first question we ask, one of us.
So South Florida, again, right to left. Temple is wearing all white, all green for the Bulls. Top of the key is Wilson. And now, again, South Florida very loose with the basketball here to begin this game. Here's Blasing, fadeaway jump shot, tough shot, no good. Offensive rebound, though, to Wilson. Regathers it. Blasing again missed another layup. as good rebound by Nelson. She comes back the other way. Temple coming down left to right. Nelson kicks it to the right side. Open is East for 3, but she drives in. Feeds it to Tucker. Tucker 1-on-2. She just throws it up, no good.
Wow, the ref's going to let them play it safe. Physical contact down low. Both USF ready grabbing 2 offensive rebounds. Second chance points going to be crucial for both teams.
Schipple got that really tough rebound. She's wide open, and it's an easy bucket. Where were the Temple defenders on her?
Yeah, it's Rain Tucker. I don't know if they were trying to send into 2-3 zone. They couldn't get send time. Schipple just stood on the free throw line, which is exactly how you break that type of zone. But maybe it's just miscommunication. You got to get the act right next time down in defense.
Schipple, one of the taller players Temple will see, 6'2", and she was just wide open. 15 on the shot clock, 1 minute in. It's 2-0 Bulls. Nelson has it at the very top of the key. 1-on-1 against Blazing. Dribble handoff with T-Mac. Gary for 3, and it's in and out. And the rebound again goes to Schipple, and here come the Bulls.
Yeah, it's going to be fast tempo for the Bulls. They're not going to let Dallas try and set up their defense, which they could do best.
Blazing throws it away, but before she does, it's a blocking foul. And trying to make sure who that was. And it looked to be shocking, not shockingly, Demi Washington, who feels like she's in foul trouble every single game.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that call, just in the sense that the ball is already out of her hands, and you can't call the type of loose ball foul right there when the ball's already over half court. Look like a little whistle happy from the refs, but they're letting them play down low, so a little 50-50 right there.
So 8:25 remaining. Gary almost gets another steal. She is all over the ball here so far defensively.
Yeah, Blazing just looks confident with the ball when she has it. Doesn't look like a true freshman at all.
Levy drives in. She missed it. Tough rebound, but gotten by Washington, but she gets stripped from behind by Schipple, who's all over the place as well. Now Nelson knocks it away. As an open 3 happens for the Bulls, no good. Rebound is put back in by Levy. What a wild sequence, but South Florida leads 4-0 2 minutes in.
Again, another offensive rebound. They're able to capitalize with a shot off the backboard. It's 4-0. Told you, rebound. Find a lady and box her out.
So now Temple looking to get on the board 2 minutes in. They need a fast start. Washington just runs into East. Bit of a wild start for the Owls, not in a good way.
They have to settle in.
East down low, Washington, 1v2, and she gets it to go with it. She almost Blazing by accident. Demi is a very feisty player, very chippy player. Did not mean that on purpose, though. And down low, Schipple 1-on-1 with Rain Tucker. Good defense by Rain, and Gary gets the rebound and is pushing it.
It's perfect. Rain Tucker, she's not putting her body into her, so it's not going to be called a foul. Good play right there with the knee.
Temple down 4-2 with 7:10 remaining and 20 on the shot clock here in the first quarter. Again, 4 quarters here in women's basketball. East has it, top of the key, Washington. Nelson on the right side. Nelson looking around, top of the key off a screen. Now it's going to be a foul against the Bulls, and that's going to be on Wilson running through a East screen. And Temple regathers. 7:02 remaining and 20 on the shot clock.
Yeah, personal foul by Wilson, trying to get through it. She didn't move it all right there. It's a good job by Gary. Tiara East did not move her body, so it's not called the other way.
Gary inbounding it. It's underneath the basket now. East 1-on-1. Tiara East spins. Good no call, and she gets in the layup. It was kind of a flop by Wilson, and East takes full advantage.
Yeah, no hand motion from the flop from the officials. I guess she just lost her footing and let them play through it.
So 4-0 runs is how we start this game. We're matched up at 4. 6:40 remaining here at the Liacouras Center on this Saturday afternoon at 3 o'clock. Blazing against Washington, and she threw it away. It's backcourt. It's not quite backcourt. Levy keeps it. Blazing rejected by Washington. They called a foul.
Interesting call right there. I thought she got all ball. I'm surprised Blazing even stood up for the jumper and was afraid to take it inside the paint.
Well, that's bad news because just 3 minutes into this game, Demi Washington has already picked up 2 fouls. And the person who we thought was starting, or not starting, I don't know how to say this, but Inez Piper is going to check back in. Now, Demi, 2 kind of weird calls against her, and that's going to put her on the bench for a bit here.
I think she doesn't come back in the first quarter.
She could, yeah.
I don't know if that's the game plan Temple wanted to run with her out there, but that really puts a damper in what the coaching adjustments that need to be made.
And they clearly wanted Washington on Blazing, and you can already tell Washington's made her uncomfortable. But now no Washington. We'll see if Blazing can get going.
She's muddy from the charity stripe. Bends the knees, lifts the toes, follows through. It's perfect execution right there.
So she is 0 for her first 3, but she gets 2 at the line. So 6-4 South Florida. 4 minutes into this one. Piper now in the game. That's the first substitution of the game. Some zone from the Bulls. Tucker breaks it. Tucker, float away is no good, but a good look for Temple on that screen.
Yeah, interesting that Rain Tucker's the one hanging on the line. I would expect her to be running the baseline and have Enos Piper on a charity stripe instead. Don't know why all 4 girls are on top of the key.
So again, Rain Tucker trying to get the Owls going. Here's Levy at the very top of the key, guarded by East. 2 screens are coming. She chooses the one on the right. Levy kicks at the top of the key now for Brito. Brito's jump shot is well off the mark. It's an air ball. Gary did not need to save it, and then she almost threw it away, but Temple comes back the other way.
Looked like there's some wind in the building on that one. She went right.
East again, not choosing to shoot the 3 balls. That and one. The ref is, one ref said yes, one said no. And the one ref on the backside said no continuation. So, second team foul already on the Bulls.
Yeah, I like that call right there. She shot it after 2 steps. Yeah, I think that's a little too much time to be called continuation. She picked it up with the elbow.
Nelson open on the out-of-bounds play for 3, and she cannot get it to go. The Owls leading scorer of 12 a game.
Both teams look like they're discombobulated right now. I think they just got to settle down and play the games they know. Just work inside out.
Very frantic start to this one. Now almost halfway through the opening quarter already. Fast-moving quarter. Oh, wow. Jumping high in the air was East, and the bucket for Brito goes. So somehow East did not jump high enough, I guess, to fall on Brito. It's 8-4 Bulls.
Yeah, Tiara East has to keep her foot planted. She can't fall for that. That's going to be the oldest trick in the book, that little pump fake right there on the low elbow.
Piper calling for Gary on the left side. Again, coming down left to right are Temple. Piper very top of the key, almost traveled. Piper now trying to take it herself, and she misses the bank. Rebound is again by Sheeple, and she has been a beast on the glass. And pushing back is Wilson. It looked like she traveled. They didn't call it. Back out to Levy. Levy posting up Nelson. And then it's a good job by Blasing for regathering here. Sorry, Levy regathering here.
Yeah, they're trying to run a motion offense. Someone's going to come through and give the ball in a handoff and try and get a backdoor screen for a 3.
Yeah, South Florida has only attempted 1 3 so far. Sheeple dropped it, and Rain Tucker will take that in her stats. A steal for her. Nelson pushing it, and it's going to be tipped out of bounds off the referee, which will take us to our first media timeout. We'll be back. Temple is down by 4 with 4:18 to play in the first quarter. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. This is WHIP Sports on YouTube. I'm Max Dinnerberg, joined by Liam Gianelli. It's 8-4 Bulls in a kind of frantic opening quarter where shockingly there's only 2 combined turnovers, but it feels a lot more than that so far.
Yeah, I think it's more poor shot selection, trying to work down low, not running out on the three-point line. Only combined 3-point shots from both teams, and none of them have hit, so 0%. And Temple's sitting at 2 minutes and some change scoring drought, trying to break it here on this offensive possession.
Temple's wearing all white, coming down left to right. Nelson, Piper, Tucker, and East are the 5 Owls. Wide open jump shot for T-Mac is no good. East came climbing for the rebound, no good again.
Yeah, that's a great design play. Taryn Gary has to run across the middle of the court and hang on those high elbows to make sure she gets a jumper. She's just a little short right there.
Yeah, the Owls are breaking the screen easily, but are not converting the easy looks that they're getting off of it. Blazing, good look. Brito trying to kick it out. She does to Wilson. Wilson now top of the key. Tough shot, no good. Rebound by Nelson.
Just when you could just tell when they let go, that's going short every time. It's wide right as well. It's like a field goal. It's like a doink off the side of the basket.
Yes, hopefully not a double doink again for those Eagles fans listening.
That was great.
Gary, top of the key for Rain Tucker. To the right is Nelson. Nelson, not great space there with her and Piper. They're both stuck in the corner. Nelson, top of the key, 3 is no good. Piper fighting for that rebound, but it's gathered up by Levy.
Enos Piper looks like the sweetest person, but when she gets steps on the court, she's all contact.
Yeah, she's all contact. And Nelson trying to force a steal, and she does. It's off South Florida. Temple ball, and the South Florida head coach, Jose Fernandez, is heated on the sideline after that. So Temple come back the other way. Again, for South Florida, Blazing, Wilson, Levy, Shipple, and Brito. They've made no subs in the first 7 minutes of this one. So very interesting. Temple only made 1 sub. So here is Gary. Top of the key is Rain Tucker. Now it is East. At the free throw line is Piper. Kicks it out. Gary, her 3rd attempt from 3, and it's an air ball. Rare one for her. Tucker saves it for no reason. Should have just let it go out of bounds and reset things.
Yeah, this might not be a game that Temple really wants to just shoot these uncontested threes, or they're not going to fall.
Blazing in and out from 3. Luckily, they've held her in check. 0 for 4. Back comes East. East gets a wide open layup, and she scores. Coast to coast, Tierra East.
She's just so quick, Thierry. She's just slicing and dicing through the defense. She doesn't get enough love as a 3-level score inside the paint and outside of it as well.
Wide open 3 for the Bulls is no good. Temple's coming back the other way. As this is Gary having it. Gary over to East, top of the key. 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. It's 8-6 Bulls. East spins again. There's no foul call. Offensive rebound by Piper, but it's off a Bull as she looks for Rain Tucker underneath the basket.
Yeah, I like Rain Tucker getting involved early, and still I'm surprised Kendall Current's not coming out. Denise Solis going to fill in for, I guess, Jalissa Molina. We didn't bring up the point that she was out last game and missed her 2nd straight game, the true freshman. That's some size right there for Owls. Denise Solis probably had one of her poorest teams of the season last year. See if she steps up
last
here today.
Game on Sunday. Tristan Taylor also in. Gary, she is rejected. Solis got it back. She's then rejected. And Shipple has looked like their most consistent player so far today.
Yeah, absolutely. She's doing everything on offense and defense, facilitating the ball. When the Bulls are on offense and defense, she's always in your face, and that's the type of player you want.
Still no subs for South Florida. I don't know if this is a thing for them consistently, but they have not made a single substitution with now 90 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Tristan Taylor gets a save. Gary's one-on-one. Gary the other way is at a charge. It is an offensive foul on Tariana Gary, and it'll go the other way. Good effort by Taylor setting up T-Mac, but she really couldn't compose herself going down the lane.
On those fast break opportunities, if anybody, either team for the Bulls or the Owls, it's harder to avoid contact like that, but I think Gary had enough to make a Euro step, but went right into it. It's going to be a 50-50 call every time, but the feet were planted for Wilson, and that's why it's going the other way.
Temple now 1 of their last 10 from the field. Both teams are not shooting well. 3 for 12 for South Florida, 3 for 14 for the Owls.
And it's only a 2-point game for Temple. Both teams playing really poor, and it's demonstrating on the scoreboard.
Gonzalez and Alvarez are the first subs of the game for South Florida. That was Levy trying to get down the lane against Gary.
I guess the ball got tipped out. Thought I was looking for a travel call. 1 too many steps right there.
Inside 10 on the shot clock, and the bucket's good by Levy. As that is a good bucket. 10-6, under a minute to play in the opening frame. 10-6 South Florida. Temple has not led yet. They've been tied up at 4, but that has the closest they've been to a lead. Solis, top of the key. Tristan Taylor driving in. Taylor is also rejected. Another block for the Bulls. Levy passes it up to Alvarez on a one-on-one with Nelson. Alvarez. Nelson now takes the charge. A taste of their own medicine, and Nelson played that just perfectly on the defensive end.
She knew exactly what she was doing when she was in the lane. She was not afraid of not going up with her. She's not afraid to fall on the ground and get a little bit of contact. That's what basketball is. It's a contact sport, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
And Leah demonstrates that on both ends.
By the way, that's 4 blocks for South Florida already. None for the Owls. But the Owls have been forcing more turnovers at this point.
Yeah, Tristan Taylor last time down, hold up her fist. That's usually a pick and roll, but this time looks like Leah's going to try.
Well, they're back in zone.
Offense.
They are back in zone again. Little 1-2-2 zone from South Florida. Gary, top of the key, not confident there.
Bad spacing over there.
Usually don't see her step away from those threes. 3 on the shot clock. Taylor needs to pull. Taylor does with 1 on the shot clock. It's no good. Piper gets the rebound. There's 2 in the game clock. Nelson at the buzzer. Banked it, no good. So that will take a rough opening quarter for the Owls, where they miss make only one of their final 13 shots of the quarter. South Florida leads by 4 after 1. Welcome back, everyone. A rough opening quarter at the Liacouras Center. I'm Max Zinnerberg, joined by Liam Gianelli as the Owls trail 10-6. A pretty poor quarter for both teams. Temple shoots a shocking 18% and a shocking as well 0 for 5 from 3. We thought coming in, Liam, the three-point shooting from South Florida could cost them the game, but Temple even shot worse than South Florida from 3 in that opening quarter.
Yeah, we mentioned during our pregame stand-up, too, in the tunnel that this Temple team can't really come out cold, and they did.
That's exactly what happened.
It's kind of the same thing we talked about the men's. It's a script. These teams both come out cold, fight their ways back in, but these cold stretches open up the first quarter, leading into the second is what puts them in these holes, and they just have to crawl out of it. They're just chucking up threes. They're not settling down for anything, so trying to work down low. The refs aren't going to call a lot today, you can tell already, unless something changes miraculously in the last 3 quarters, 30 minutes of the game. But both teams need to settle down, do their games. If it's a pick and roll action, pick and pop, something like that. We see the hand motions up in the air. That's what they usually call. I put the fist, see what they go. But looks like USF so far the better team today.
That was a funny moment. They did the Get to Know Owls segment here, and Tiara and Inez were standing next to each other. And Tiara said she would swap lives with Inez, and they were laughing on the course. So that was a funny moment. Kendall Current is in the game for the first time for Temple. Wide open 3 out of the gate for East, and she drills it. So there's a much-needed bucket. There you go.
That is perfect. That's a backdoor screen. Tiara flies through. Great look by Taylor. That's the play you needed.
Temple still coming down left to right. The Bulls are in all green, coming down right to left. Same lineup, Alvarez, Gonzalez, Wilson, Levy, and Shippolt are the lineup. And a steal for Piper.
Yes.
She's trying to dribble in the corner. That was looking to go bad. Piper back the other way.
Always in the middle of the court. Always in the middle of the court on the press.
10-9 Bulls. Temple making their first shot in a long time. Taylor off a screen from Solis. Taylor drives in, kicks it out to East. East has been hesitating a lot from that shot today. Mid-range jump shot is no good by Tierra. And South Florida will come back the other way.
Yeah, Alvarez, good box that right there.
East again, Temple's second leading scorer, 11 points a game. Again, last time Temple played here, she hit the buzzer beater 3 to win the game over Wichita State. Levy missed a 3. It's off of South Florida. Temple ball with 8:53 remaining in the second quarter.
Yeah, that's the poor shot selection right there from USF. Off one dribble, someone in your face and Levy puts it there, and kind of almost a wedgie on the shot attempt.
Tristan Taylor brings up the ball. She's with Currents, Piper, Solis, and East for Temple. Temple looking for their first lead of the game. What a catch by Piper. Not a great pass by Currents. Piper near the block. Piper dribbles around the bucket. Reverse layup is good. Inez Piper with a great sequence of moments here.
Yeah, awesome. Great catch. Holds her concentration. Looked like it was just a swing and a prayer, and it goes in.
Temple has their first lead. It's 11-10 with 8:20 remaining. And they're going to have a foul on Temple. And I believe Tristan Taylor will be called for her first team foul, as we're 8:19 in. But Inez Piper has been all over the place in this first 2 minutes of this second quarter. In a good way, I would say.
Yeah, it's great. It's a great way. I don't know why she wasn't out there to start, but she's providing the spark off the bench already.
Well, Temple made 3 field goals the entire first quarter. Just 2 minutes in, they've already made 2. So much better start to this quarter than the game. And now an off-ball foul, and this is going to be on Piper. So this has been Temple's problem, fouling and being in foul trouble. We'll talk about that Demi Washington already has 2 fouls in just 3 minutes, and Piper has been in since that point.
Yeah, Blasing checking right back in for USF. I think they need her as the true guard up top to facilitate the ball through everybody at different levels.
So Blasing is back in the game. Again, she's the leading scorer for the Bulls at 15 points a game. Only 2, though, in that opening quarter, without a field goal made as well.
Leads all NCAA in freshmen with 3 points made.
That's right. That's a long 3. No good by Gonzalez. East will post the other way. East has 7 of the 11 for Temple. She gets double-teamed and lost, and Shippolt got the steal.
Yeah, Terry, that's a little too much dribbling right there.
Wow, she plays with such confidence. Blasing kicks it out to Gonzalez. Gonzalez spins on Piper. She travels, and that'll go the other way.
They look at that left toe drag. I thought she had a pivot down. Guess the refs had a better eye than we did in the corner.
If you can't tell based on the names you're hearing, only 3 Bull players are actually born in the United States. A shocking stat. And as you can tell, these different names.
It's a more common thing these days in the NCAA. It's a different game over there, but they're trying to adapt in the U.S., and I think it's a good thing.
As Piper has at the very top near the free throw line. 10 on the shot clock for Temple. Dribble handoff with East. East driving in the left side. She is a foul. That is a tough call against the Bulls, as it looked like Wilson was in position, but this has kind of been the Tierra East show. She has 7 of the 11 points for Temple, and she's going to go to the line to add to that. As Rain Tucker, before East shoots this free throw, Tucker will come in for Piper. So they're going to go Tucker and Solis. That is a different look for the Owls.
Still no Demi Washington.
Yeah, 2 fouls. You thought they were going to bring her. You definitely said she wasn't going to come back in by the first quarter, but she's not even in here in the second. As East connects on the first free throw.
You hear the yeah.
Yeah, I know, Liam. That's your favorite thing.
The yeah, I love it. You know, it shows that they're so tight and everything off the court, and it's great.
East has 9 points after making both those free throws. Great job by the Bulls breaking the Owls press. Owls by 3.
Made it look like a professional team.
As Blasing now drives in, kicks it to Gonzalez on the left side, going right to left. Blasing at the free throw line. Oh, she looked like she double dribbled, no call. Gonzalez mid-range jump shot, no good. Rebound. Wow, Tierra East is doing everything for Temple, rebounding and scoring. East coming back the other way. East drives in. The left-hand layup is good, and she's in double figures with 11, and Temple leads by 5.
Yeah, good timeout right there by Jose Fernandez, the head coach of the Bulls. Doesn't like what he sees from his team so far. Getting no good looks at the basket. That's credit where Temple's D right there, and on defense, Tierra East just make them look too easy.
We'll take a quick break. Temple by 5. Well, it's been all Owls in a mere 3 minutes into the second quarter. I'm Max Sinnerberg. He's Liam Gianelli. Temple was down 10-6 at the end of the first quarter, and they've opened this quarter on a 9-0 run, carried by Tierra East's 11 points to start this game.
Yeah, Tierra East 11 points lead. All scorers right now, and I would love to know what Diane Richardson said to her team in the huddle at the end of the first quarter, saying, get your act together, let's go do it. This is a team game. We know what we have to do to win this today and get back into that top 5 spot in the American, and they're looking like it so far.
Again, a lot at stake, as you just mentioned. The Owls are 6-4 in the conference, sitting as the 6th seed. South Florida 6-5 in the conference. They're sitting as the 7th seed. Again, top 5 seed at the end of the regular season gets a first-round bye in the American Athletic Conference tournament in Fort Worth, which is shockingly just a mere month away from now. So,
and you might be there, Max.
Hopefully, maybe we're all here. We're all in Fort Worth.
I would love to go to Texas. Everything's bigger in Texas.
Yeah, I mean, after this game for Temple, they're going to have 7 games remaining in the regular season.
It's crazy. This college season is flying by so far.
So the Owls lead 15-10. 7 minutes left in the opening half here at the Liacouras. Wow, there's a lot of bumping there. It's offensive. Oh my God, they called that on Solis. It looked like Solis got trampled, and that's who they called the foul on. And it's been a task. Diana Richardson's been very open with the media the last couple of games, how she does not believe her team is fouling as much as the referees have been telling her over the last month.
I agree. You got to let them play throughout the entire contest.
We'll bring it, and as USF has the ball out of the break, they have Blasing, Wilson, Levy, Shipple, and Brito back to their original starting 5. Blasing being guarded well by Tristan Taylor. As now there's 8 on the shot clock as Levy drives in, kicks out to the top key for Wilson. Wilson 1-on-4. She got it and the foul. Oh no, are they calling it a charge? I couldn't tell if that was, both benches celebrated.
No, it's going the other way.
Oh, it is an offensive foul.
Double 5.
Yeah, because that could be an and one or count it, but it's going to be an offensive foul on Brito.
It's an acrobatic shot by Brito. It's a great effort.
So Temple back the other way with 6.5 to play in quarter number 2. Kendall Curran without a shot so far. That was a kick ball off the foot of Levy. Temple will get it back with 20 to shoot and 6:23 remaining. Again, South Florida 4 of 16, 0 of 5 from 3 and 7 turnovers. Just a horrendous offensive display for the Bulls so far.
Yeah, if yet to get a point here in the second quarter. They got to run the ball. I know they want to do too much dribbling with Blasing.
Sloppy turnover, sorry to cut you off. Tristan Taylor trying to inbound it, and it was off of Bull and then off of the hands of East. So only the 3rd turnover for Temple.
No, it's a good segue because I was about to talk to Bulls offense and what they need to do. I think they have to run through Shipple. She has 7 rebounds. She knows she can be down there towards
she came
the
in
basket.
averaging 7.
Yeah, I think she's going to get it. I mean, they want to give her the ball. She end with the night with a double-double.
Yeah, 7 boards in a mere 14 minutes of play. Tough jump shot for Levy, no good. East, her 4th rebound. She's coming back the other way. Current's in transition down the side. Current's driving in. No foul. It is off of, it's off South Florida. So Temple is clearly trying to step up the aggressiveness. They're making South Florida earn it in the paint. But the Bulls have been able to answer. Aaliyah Nelson, by the way, checking back in for Tristan Taylor. Shockingly for Temple, on their 6 made field goals, 2 assists. So it's a lot of iso ball, not that usual ball movement for this Owls offense.
Yeah, not so far tonight. And again, they're trying to, like you said, they're trying to work down low and be aggressive. But you can just tell from the height difference from where we're standing. You can't see it over the broadcast, obviously. But if Temple really wants to run with it, they got to settle for more shots on the outside.
So the referees are checking something. There's 5:55 remaining, 22 on the shot clock. We've had no points since the timeout a minute ago by South Florida. Again, this quarter is 9-0 Temple. So Nelson, no one's paying attention. East for 3. Yes! She has 14 points, her second 3, and Temple's leading by 8.
Just setting up so quick on defense, Temple not giving USF any good look at the basket. Right, they're trying to push it like they did in the first quarter and catch Owls off guard. They weren't falling for it this time.
Temple ran that exact same play on Sunday for Terriana Gary, where the defense wasn't paying attention to Leah with a no-look pass, finding that corner 3.
And you wonder if it works.
Yeah, it does. Wilson's layup, no good. Rebound, gotten down. Here comes Kendall Currents the other way, coming down left to right. Currents, East wants it. And she travels before she makes her move with 5:18 remaining. But that's really the first thing she's done wrong today.
Yeah, one too many right there. It's all right.
14 points, 4 rebounds for her. Now, she does have 3 turnovers, but, man, the confidence is just exuding from her. Now, we talked about this, honestly, her fouling out on a controversial call, which would have won Temple the game on Sunday. We were talking about this off the air, Liam. Could this be her day? And she has clearly been the best player on the floor today.
Yeah, absolutely. And, again, it's a 3-level score right there. She doesn't get enough love that she can do it all over the court, offense and defensively. She's always on the ground. Like you said, it exudes throughout all the Owls.
Asenio is now in the game for the first time for the Bulls. Also, Gonzalez returns as well for South Florida. Tough mid-range shots. All of their shots are short.
Yeah, it's just tough shots. Owls give them no room to breathe or land on their shot, and they're doing it smartly.
Aaliyah just throws up a shot, no good.
That's a poor shot.
Yeah, she tries a lot of the time just to shoot something to get a foul. East almost got a steal, and before a layup happens for the Bulls, there'll be a foul on Temple, and it's going to be on Tariana Gary. And for Tariana, it's not Tariana Gary, correction. So Piper's coming back in. A long run for Denise Solis. 7 minutes in this first half for her.
Yeah, it looks like we're playing right through. I was expecting to go to immediate timeout, but I guess that timeout from taking by Fernandez.
Yeah, took it to immediate. Yeah, Rain Tucker, by
which
the way.
I like.
Correction, I guess. Tucker is the one with the call. Temple has Currents, Nelson, Piper, Tucker, and East as the 5. Levy has it for South Florida coming down right to left. Almost halfway through this. More than halfway through. Jeez, I'm all over the place at the moment. 3 ball for the Bulls is an air ball. Another rebound for East. East is going to go one-on-one with Blasing. East cuts in, no foul. It's no good on the floater. Piper trying to tip it back out.
It's a good step through right there by Tierra East, just unlucky at the rim.
Back comes South Florida. Asenio pushing it. 3 ball for the Bulls. Another one that's short. Currents the rebound.
That's a good look right there from Levy. She had the spot again, just short again. And I don't know if there's a draft in here.
Currents coast to coast, and she is fouled. And good effort. Currents has been pushing the tempo every time she gets the ball post a missed Bull shot.
Yeah, this is not the same Temple team we saw at Charlotte where they were slowing it down, trying to set up the offense. They're pushing it. Both teams are. Again, 6 minutes in, Max, and USF has yet to record a point.
Now, this will be interesting for
Will that be a first?
I can't remember the last time that's ever happened. It's 4 minutes. Now, Liam, this will be interesting. Tiara East is going to sit for the first time. Tariana Gary re-enters, so we'll see what the Owls offense. Again, she has 14 of the team's 18 points. As Kendall Currents will look to get herself on the board, and she connects on the first free throw. This is just craziness this quarter. A 13-0 quarter for Temple.
Yeah, I'm still surprised USF took out Blasing right there. Probably your best offensive player.
Yeah, Alvarez back in. Currents hits both, and Temple's perfect 4 for 4 from the line. Out of nowhere, they lead by 20-10, with 4 minutes remaining in this opening half.
A dreadful 19% for the Bulls from the field.
As this is going to have Alvarez. Rodriguez is also in. There's 2 Rodriguez, Asenio, Gonzalez, and Schiphol. Another missed 3 for South Florida. Nelson the rebound. Nelson's pushing it. Wide open. Currents for 3 in transition. No good. Rebound brought in by Asenio. And a good find, but Currents just could knock down the wide open look. And it's it's offensive foul. Nelson gets a lot of those if you watch Temple every game. She definitely is in your face, and she draws a lot of charges.
I wouldn't say it was a charge right there for Alvarez. She kind of did the wraparound when she puts her arm around the other person's waist.
The hook, I guess.
Yeah, the hook, and they're going to be on that every time. Yep.
Oh, she did, yeah.
Yeah, right the hook.
Now, Nelson definitely sold it, though. She was, like, already falling down. It was definitely a flop, but, Aaliyah's a big TikTok star, so she can definitely act a little bit, right, Liam?
Yes, you had class with her, so.
I did, yeah. She's very entertaining. Now, she is like this in real life for people to understand.
Yeah, every press conference is always looking for the camera, making jokes, singing, whatever.
Aaliyah gets all the laughs in class.
But she needs to find the basket. She's right now singing a donut, 0 points.
Currents has the ball on the left side. A lot of people have 0 points. As East has, that's offensive. Yep, it is on Inez Piper, which will be her second. So her and Demi Washington have 2 fouls. As Solis is going to check right back in for Piper. So no Piper, no Washington, no East at the moment for Temple.
Yeah, and talking about Temple's bench, USF's bench, maybe that's why we know why they only play close to 5-6 rotation with the girls they have out there. Because they're still sitting at 10 points, and the players off the bench, like Alvarez and such, Gonzalez, haven't done much.
Areno now also in for the first time. So South Florida trying to find someone who can make a basket because they have no points. 7 minutes in to quarter number 2. And there is Areno driving in, rejected by Rain Tucker. Here comes Temple. Solis has the ball, giving it to Nelson. Nelson, good job slowing everything down for Temple. With 2.5 minutes to play. Up die 10. Nelson drives in. Solis, free throw jump shot. Well short. Tucker has the rebound, and it's going to be a foul on South Florida, which is over the limit. So Tucker should be shooting 2 for Temple.
Yeah, I think that's a tough call right there by the ref. I think Paul had enough hand on it to be called a jump ball. I mean, he was going to stay with the Owls regardless of possession, but instead of potential 2 points at the charity stripe, should have just been their ball into the basket.
So yes, Rain Tucker, who has a block and a steal and 2 rebounds, but no points, connects on the first free throw.
There we go. And then that last play with Solis that missed a jumper on the charity stripe with Leah Nelson, that's a great thing they should do more often, that she drives all the traffic her way. It's always going to leave an owl open from anywhere outside the paint.
Wow, Temple at the line. Great, 6 for 6.
Don't jinx it, Max.
I'm just saying so far, well, no one's at the line for me to jinx, okay, to be fair. So
it's a real thing.
22-10. This is a 16-0 quarter. This is really shocking to watch as Temple leads by 12. Now Temple going into some zone for the first time today.
Yeah, it's a good thing, and the USF's just not having anybody on the free throw line to break it. They're all running outside.
Wow. Asenio, long 3, no good. Big rebound by Nelson. South Florida 0 of 9 from 3. Nelson pushing the pace. Mid-range jump shot. She's wide open. She delivers. Nelson. And South Florida has to call another timeout. It's 2 minutes left in the half. Temple by 14. And we're back from the Liacouras Center. Quick 30-second timeout. An embarrassing quarter for the Bulls. They're currently getting outscored 18-0 in the first 8 minutes. This was 10-6 South Florida at the end of the first quarter, and now it is 24-10 Temple with 2 minutes to go in this opening half.
And that plays to all poor spacing for the Bulls. Everyone's just standing in the same area. It's a lot of congestion. Someone's got to be able to spread the floor.
Well, Diane Richardson pitches defense. I don't think you can play a better defensive quarter maybe ever than what we're seeing here. 2 more minutes away from, I can't believe I'm going to say this out loud, a shutout, but maybe not, as Schiphol has the ball. She missed the layup, got it right back though, and she also missed another layup. She got it back again. Temple with a strip, and now Schiphol will go to the line for 2.
There might be a lead in the basket if she misses both free throws down here. But you notice how they gave her the ball and she's getting the rebound? She's already at 10 rebounds.
Yes.
8 more points, it's a double-double.
Now Tierra East will come back in for Gary for Temple. Blazing back in for South Florida. And Schiphol will shoot 2. She's a 71% shooter. Can she break the shutout? This is not hockey. This is not soccer. This is not, NFL. And she made it. So South Florida, thankfully for themselves, is on the board.
Yeah, 1 point, I
mean, that is crazy. Have you ever
make
seen that before?
No, never in my life.
Not at this high of a level. Schiphol made both. So she has 4 points to go along with 10 rebounds.
I guess you could just compare it to any other sport of like a 10-minute scoring drought.
Yeah, I guess, but it was a really, so 24-12 with 80 seconds remaining in this opening half. Nelson has them on a screen and roll with Tucker. Coming down left to right. East drives in. What a good take. Missed the layup. Rebound gotten by Wilson.
Yeah, even Tierra East, good look right there.
Wilson, not great spacing on that 3-on-2, but the Bulls deliver with their first field goal of the quarter with Levy. Temple comes right back, though, and Tucker missed the layup.
Just a little too much right there.
Under a minute to play now. South Florida pushing the pace on a 4-0 run. Now Levy wants a 3, and she connects. And just like that, a quick 7-0 spurt to get South Florida within 7.
Yeah, right back in single digits. That's exactly what Fernandez wanted out of his team going into halftime tunnel, and they're going to get the ball right back. It was a quick 2-for-1 answer.
So Temple now needs to regather themselves after pitching a shutout for nearly 8 minutes. East has it. She has 14 for the game. East fouled hard by Gonzalez. You could feel that thud hit the ground when East fell.
Yeah, as of right now, she's on pace to break her career high, which she scored 25 versus LaSalle, the Explorers. She's on pace for 28, and she could be on pace for 32 if she knocks down these 2 free throws. And looks like she's walking a little gingerly up and down the court.
Some quick math from Liam Gianelli.
Hey, I'm not good at math, but when I'm like this, like the geometry and all that, you can ask me about triangles, I'm in trouble.
So East will shoot 2. Well, if she misses 1, you can blame me because I did jinx the team already. And there you go. So, what can you do?
It's a real thing, Max.
I know. I know.
Thing.
The Temple went 6 for their first 6, and then East misses. But she's played a pretty near perfect opening half for Temple. Here's the second one. It's also no good.
Oh, no.
So now Temple's in trouble now. They've given up a quick 7-0 spur. The Bulls can hold for the last shot here.
If I'm the Bulls, I'm holding it. I'm not giving Temple the ball
20
back.
seconds. The shot clock is unplugged. Wow, head coach Fernandez is, I'm just going to say pissed. He was very annoyed at what just happened. There's 10 seconds remaining now. South Florida can cut it to 5 or 4 here. Blasing driving in. Her floater is in and out. Rebound by Tucker, 2 seconds. It has to be Currents from half court, and it's no good. So that'll put an end to this opening half. Liam, what a weird opening half. A Temple leads by 7.
Yeah, 27% to 21%. Ugly basketball game. It's 24-17. This might be the score for the Super Bowl tomorrow. It's a football score, but like you said, 2 of 9, 1 of 10. I thought Temple was going to start running away with it from the 3-point line. Still 20 minutes of action to go. Both teams going to make adjustments all over the court, offensive, defensively, of how you want to finish out the contest.
Temple was up 18-0 in the first 8 minutes of that second quarter, but the last 2 minutes were 7-0 Bulls to make this a game. Towels by 7. We'll be back in around 12 minutes for second half action from the Liacouras Center. And we're back, everyone. WHIP Radio, 2 minutes away from second half action. I'm Mac Denver, joined by Liam Gianelli. I was just a surprising half is one way to say it, Liam. I mean, this game was 10-6 after one quarter for South Florida. It was an ugly first quarter. Temple outscores South Florida 18-0 in the first 8 minutes of that quarter. Then South Florida outscores Temple 7-0 to end the quarter in the last 2 minutes. So Temple leads by 7.
Yeah, 24-17. Not a basketball score you really want to see if you're a coach on either side.
Yeah.
I would not be pleased with my performance offensively. Bolsing at 21%, Dialsing at 27%. But if you want to even take a look at the three-point percentage, 10% for USF. We know they shot 30% going into the game. At this rate, it might be dropping below 30%, and for the Owls, 22%. Nothing good. A lot of these teams, both teams are rushing shots, taking contested looks at the basket. You got to set up your offense, like I said, work inside out, do the backdoor screen, you start Tiara, you score. And like I said, she's been the lone bright spot through everybody on the court today. But Chipotle for the Bulls, sitting at 13 rebounds. She's 6 points away from a double-double, putting it around a better game performance than Tiara East. But even Tiara East 5 rebounds away from a double-double as well.
Yes, Tiara East had a great game, 14 and 5 in the opening quarter. Now, they do have some foul issues, 2 for Demi Washington, 2 for Inez Piper. Washington played a mere 3 minutes.
She's yet to check back in.
Yeah, so that's interesting. Piper had 2 fouls as well. As we're 20 seconds away from second half action. Again, this game means a lot to both teams. Temple is sitting as the 6th seed. South Florida is sitting as the 7th seed in a tight American Athletic Conference where both these teams have realistic looks into being maybe even one of the top 3 teams in the conference.
Yeah, and I think the key to the second half for each side is if you're USF, I think it's time to start running through Blazing a little more. The true freshman knows how to get to the basket. Again, and have her get open looks at the three-point line if you want to cut back this Temple lead. And if you're Temple, it's going to maintain the boards. Make sure you keep crashing it. You're winning the rebound battle right now at 23-21. 4 offensive rebounds. Prepare for a long second half.
So Demi Washington does start out the second half in the game. We'll see what kind of a lead she has heading into half number 2. Again, Blazing, the leading scorer for South Florida, 15 a game, has 2 points and no field goals. First play of the second half is a foul. Nelson fouling Chipotle, and she will shoot 2 again. Chipotle was probably the best player by far for South Florida. 4 points and now 13 rebounds for her.
Yeah, it's perfect. Exactly what they wanted to do. Get her involved early. If you're going to keep going to the basket and try and drop those fouls so she gets to the line, perfect, but right off front of the rim.
Yeah, a lot of South Florida shots today have just been well short. And Chipotle, who made 2 of 2, splits them here. So it's a 24-18 game. They have swapped sides. So Temple's now coming down right to left, left to right will be the Bulls. Temple's wearing all white and all green for the South Florida Bulls. As Debbie Washington has the ball, Tiara East, 14 points, 5 rebounds in that opening half. Tucker at the free throw line, spins, good move by Rain, and she scores.
That's a pretty spin move, kept her pivot foot down the entire way, not called for travel, and that's 2 more for the Owls.
Tucker's first field goal, she went 0 of 3 in that opening half. Blazing has the ball on the right side to Wilson. Blazing, Wilson, Levy, Chipotle, and Brito is the starting 5 for South Florida. Blazing on the screen, wide open. Wilson drives it on Nelson, kicks it right back out to Blazing. Step back 3, air ball. Rebound the rebound is by Chipotle, her 14th, but she misses the floater.
Yeah, maybe not the best look you wanted for Blazing. It was way short.
Yeah,
that was a bad look at all time.
Tucker back in the block, fadeaway jump shot, short. Demi Washington, the offensive rebound. Now Washington wants to go to work. Her shot is rejected, but it's out of bounds off South Florida. Now they did reset the shot clock for some reason, so they're going to have to fix that. And they do as 20 we left on the shot clock.
Well, they put it back at 30. Now 20
now
again.
It's 20. Now it's 20.
I got to know what's running on technical difficulties. A starting lineup, now a shot clock. Everything was moving smoothly. Maybe that's why the game has been all over the place.
Even the clock people know it's been a crazy game. As now the refs are – now it shouldn't be at 20 because it should have reset after the Tucker miss at 20 and then the block out of bounds.
So 18? thinking?
I don't know, 16, 17, something like that.
I don't think it was 4 seconds, but I mean, we know what happened last game when all that shot clock was happening. When they forgot to stop the clock, they had a stopwatch.
That helped Temple, though.
Yeah, they had a stopwatch. Hey, if it's another way to help them out. Let's see what they put it at.
Now, the 2 refs are going to be over now. 1 ref will just talk about it. Temple leading again, 26-18, 8:35. Oh, I was right. So 17 on the shot clock.
I said 8. It was 18-16. We met in the middle.
Okay, that's fine.
There we go. There we go.
So
Great
Temple will
minds
get a
think
ball.
alike.
So again, Temple 26, USF 18. As East gets it off the inbounds. East driving on the baseline, spins, fadeaway jump shot is good for Tierra East. Up to 16 points, and Temple leads by 10.
Great fadeaway, a little bit of English right there. Follows through. Pretty move.
East an efficient 6 for 10 here so far in this afternoon game, a late afternoon game here at the Liacouras Center. Shipholtz, screen and roll with Levy for 3. In and out. Rebound. Tucker didn't grab it. It's on the ground. Shipholtz another rebound. And now, wow, wide open off the bench is Areno, and she scores.
Great play by Areno. Didn't want to settle for the jumper. Knew she had open lane. Squares up to the basket. Add 2 more for the Bulls.
Areno came in for Blazing already, so interesting move, and Areno pays it off. Here's East again. Her mid-range jump shot is good again. 18 for East. Temple back up by 10 with 7:45 remaining in the third.
8 more points, and she could have a new career high. It's going to come against the USF Bulls.
Temple leading 30-20. Here, 2.5 minutes into quarter number 3. As Temple trying to snap that bad loss on Sunday. Brito, corner 3, good for Brito. That's her second field goal. She has 5, and the lead's cut down to 7.
Leah wasting no time, pushing it down the court as fast as she
Whoa,
can.
step back 3 for East, no good. No one near the rebound for Temple except a Wilson.
Probably her worst shot attempt of the night for East. They don't like that opportunity at all.
Maybe a heat check after making her first 2 shots to start half number 2. Hey, Shipholtz from the America Athletic sign logo in the paint connects, and now the lead is down to 5. Shipholtz now 7 points and 16 rebounds.
Always something I want to point out. Diane Richardson saves her timeouts a lot towards the end of the game. Told Leah to settle it down, set something up offensively.
She has not used a single timeout here so far today. Nelson drives in, misses it. Offensive rebound to Tucker. Gary for 3. Well off the mark, does not even hit the rim. And here comes South Florida with momentum, making their last 3 and make it their last 4 as Wilson gets the layup to go to cut it to 3. Sorry, Burrito the layup to cut it to 3.
Give me a timeout right here.
And Coach Richardson will call it. She was telling Leah to tell the ref 3 times. Timeout Temple, and it will turn into a media. Temple leading by 3, 4 minutes into the second half. We're back. Some pure comedy during the media timeout as one of the persons did not know who Billie Jean King was, and that was hilarious. And passing on Caitlin Clark, Liam, what was that?
Hey, the best player in all of basketball in college right now, in my opinion, Caitlin Clark. It's hard not to know that. I don't think I would have done any better than those kids, but I definitely knew most of them.
What did you just say? You just said you think you wouldn't do as good as them, but you would do more than them. What was that?
All right, I'm focused on the Temple game at hand right now. I'm not
Okay.
focused on famous women athletes.
Well, it's a rough start for Temple in half number 2. They are only up by 3. And to start the half, it's a Washington 3 out of the timeout. No good. Rebound brought back by Gary. No, it's not. It was off of USF. So Temple will bring it back. Tristan Taylor in for Aaliyah Nelson. Coach Richardson did not seem happy with Aaliyah heading into that timeout.
Yeah, don't know. Those two are usually always been buddy again, but doesn't matter. It's a game at hand. It gets butt heads at 1 point. Wonder if she comes back in this quarter.
It was a 7-0 run. Wide open. Rain Tucker, the mid-range jump shot.
Maybe it's that basket down there on the far side. Maybe it's just unlucky.
Offensive rebound again for Temple. Washington has it. Her pass for Tucker. Somehow, what a catch. Tucker. The floater's good. Great effort by Rain Tucker. Temple leads by 5 with 5:40 to play in the third quarter.
I love watching Miles Jackson just going crazy on the sideline.
No defense. No one paying attention for Temple. And it is a wide open 3 for Levy, her second 3 of the game. And it's back to within a 2-point game. Taylor drives in. Her floater is good. Tristan Taylor, the true freshman, and it's 34-30 halfway through the third quarter.
Now we're starting to trade baskets. This is both teams I knew came to play offensively.
Yeah, I needed a little breather. That was a lot of action going on. South Florida regains themselves. Another open 3 for South Florida. It's delivered by Levy again.
You wonder who it's going to now. You got to have someone on her the rest of the time face guarding.
She's in double figures with 15 for South Florida. She came in averaging 13, so she's right around that mark. Temple now up by 1. As now here's Tierra East on the right side, coming down right to left. East, fadeaway jump shot again, air ball. Rebound by South Florida, and now it's an offensive foul. It's not. It's going to be the third foul on Demi Washington. Not a smart foul by her. And, it shouldn't be a media timeout because they already said they turned that into a media timeout, but they will go to a timeout. Temple now only up by 1 here at the Liacouras Center. And we're back. We're in a tight one. South Florida has made 6 consecutive field goals. They've made it a 1-point game here with 4:40 left, and it feels like another stressful game for the Temple Owls down to the wire.
It's every game these Temple teams we thought we would be playing better up, playing more careful with the ball, creating better shot opportunities, but they're forcing it now, trying to add to the lead. Use the clock to your advantage. Now USF a basket away from taking the lead.
They are. They're led by Levy's 15 points as well as Shipholt's 7-point and 16 rebound performance. Mid-range jump shot for Levy. It's good. She is on fire. 17 points, and South Florida regains the lead. They lead by 1.
Yeah, that's probably not what Diana Richardson wanted to see from her team right outside the timeout.
And Aaliyah Nelson back in, got beat on that play. And here's Tristan Taylor. Temple with Nelson, Taylor, Piper, Tucker, and East. Piper takes the bump, floaters, and air ball. And Temple's really struggling on offense at the moment. South Florida back the other way.
South Florida 7 of 7 in her last field goal attempts.
Yeah, it's after they couldn't score for 8 consecutive minutes. They now lead by 1. Here's Levy in the post, Shippold against Tucker. Easy lane, and it is all South Florida. They lead by 3. They've made 8 shots in a row.
You can just tell now they're feeling more comfortable offensively on their possessions and looking to use their size against the Owls. You can tell the height difference. It's a big thing.
Now, based on this game, it's been basically swung back and forth. There's been no back and forth within these teams. It's been both teams having long runs. Temple will try to get out of that as soon as possible. East is rejected. It's a 3-on-2 for South Florida coming down left to right. Now they slow it up. It was a 5-on-4. South Florida could not take full advantage of that.
There's a mismatch down low. Tristan Taylor's working Shippold. That's not what you want to see. USF's got to take advantage of that.
They swapped it. Tucker now guarding Shippold. Here's Levy. She's red hot with 17. Leading the way for South Florida. Levy throws it up. She's rejected by Rain Tucker. Tucker's second block of the game. And now here comes Demi Washington back in, and she'll come in for Tierra East. East has 18 points. So with no East, down by 3, where will the Owls find offense?
Aaliyah Nelson only sitting at 2 points, 1 of 6. She needs to get into close double digits the rest of the way down. See if USF knows they have 5 seconds on the shot clock. Set up a quick point out of the basket.
Yeah, 3:08 remaining, 5 on the shot clock. It's Levy inbounding. A Shipholt is blocked by Piper. And then it will be out of bounds. So I don't know how 1 second, though. It was the only second that came off the clock. But 4 remains. 3:07 on the game clock. South Florida leading 37-34. Shipholt has to shoot it.
She doesn't know.
Now it's Brito. It's a shot clock violation. Oh, they called a foul on Piper before the shot clock violation. And there's even going to be no discussion with the refs. So now Piper joins Demi Washington with 3 personal fouls now for Temple.
I don't know if you saw Coach Richardson the other day just throws her hands up like this at the refs. Yeah, that's a tough call. I'm surprised there's no discussion. Thought the buzzer went off before I left her hands, but see if ball don't lie.
Brito, 76% shooter, drills the first one. We'll bring up the stat now with 2 players with 3 fouls. Temple has fouled out 20 times this season. Their opponents have never fouled out while playing Temple. So they foul a lot. Oh, they missed the free throw. Good rebound by Piper, though. And Temple will push it with Tristan Taylor, the true freshman.
When I first heard that stat, I didn't believe it, but Max.
It's a true stat from Richburg, the SID now for Temple women's basketball. And I asked him, I was like, don't tell Diane that stat. That is a crazy stat. 20 times they have fouled out, and none of their opponents have fouled out against them.
Hey, I'm just saying, if it happens again today in the contest, I think it's something to bring up towards her in the press conference if she doesn't know already.
Well, I don't need to break that news to Diane. As Tristan Taylor hits on the first free throw, she got fouled. That breaks an 8-0 run and a 2.5-minute scoring drought for Temple. Taylor hits both. Temple back within 2 with 2:54 to play in the third quarter. Very important game as both teams trying to avoid a 2-game losing streak in a conference all tied up, really, for the most part, in the top 10 teams. Shipholt double teamed the post, open 3 for the Bulls. No good. Offensive rebound by South Florida, and the putback's good by Brito. She now is in double figures with 10.
She just slithered in there like no one else was boxing around. She's able to just put up the backboard. It was a great play by Brito.
As Temple will regain themselves. Zone again for South Florida. Normally Tucker's been breaking it, but no one in the middle is trying to get the ball here. Taylor drives, kicks to Nelson. 10 on the shot clock. Nelson regathers. Good defense from South Florida. Taylor wide open for 3. No good. Rebound, Shipholt. Because, of course, she hits the rebound.
She's at 17 rebounds tonight.
Brito kicks it out. And Schiphol will regather herself as now Wilson controls. Under 2 minutes, it's a 4-point lead for South Florida as they are in control, have dominated the third quarter. And I believe it's going to be an off-ball foul. And that's Demi Washington, and that's her fourth. And she just has fouled, and she's only played 10 minutes. And that is her fourth foul, so that'll probably be it for her for the most of this game.
Look like Kendall Curran's the one checking in for her. Yeah, I wouldn't expect Demi Washington out there. Maybe for the last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter if they need her out there. If it's a close game and get a little more points out of her.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting how Diana, that'll be another question. How do you get Demi to stop being in this consistent foul trouble? As for South Florida, they have Areno, Wilson, Levy, Shipbolt, and Brito. Currents, Nelson, Taylor, Tucker, Solis for Temple. So those are the two lineups with 1:48 to play in the third quarter. South Florida coming down left to right. Another good out-of-bounds play. Brito against Tucker. No good on the layup. Rebound brought in by Rain Tucker. Her fifth. She has 6 points with that as well. Nelson pushing the pace. She needs to get going. 1 of 6 from the floor.
Yeah, Temple needs to start playing with a little bit of
Tucker
urgency.
had a jump shot. Lets the layup. Rain Tucker has been one of the brief spots today. She's fantastic as usual. 8 for her.
Yeah, Rain Tucker's aggressiveness has really become an X factor for the Owls. Something that if gets overlooked on the offensive side.
Temple snapping a 3.5-minute span without a field goal, but doesn't matter. They're only down by 2. Brito posting up Tucker. Not a good matchup for South Florida. Tucker rejects and owns Brito in that possession. 3 blocks now for Rain Tucker.
Yeah, Brito did the one thing you're not supposed to do as a big, bring the ball down low, and exactly why it wasn't called a foul and heads down low. You got to keep it high so when Rain Tucker comes down on you like this, the whistle will be blown in your favor.
Thierry East coming in for Tristan Taylor. Shipbolt against Solis. Shipbolt over Solis, good.
Just makes it look too easy for Shipbolt.
She now has a double-double, 11 points, 17 rebounds.
17 rebounds.
In 3 quarters. And Temple now back down by 4 as we are now under a minute remaining in the third quarter. East has it. Tucker breaks the zone again. Tucker to Solis, and it's taken away by the Bulls.
Yeah, Temple's got to swing the ball way quicker on offense, and if they want to get a good look at the basket.
Wilson controlling now for South Florida. 20 on the shot clock, 32 seconds remaining in the third quarter, up by 4. Temple was up by 7 at halftime. And Shipbolt caught it, layup, no good. Offensive rebound for South Florida, 8 on the shot clock. It's South Florida should have shot the 3 ball. Wilson to Shipbolt. She missed the layup. It is off of not Solis, off Brito. So Temple ball. They'll have the last shot of this third quarter with 13.4.
Surprised that ball rimmed off the basket. Temple kind of got lucky right there, Bell. That was a great look for Shipbolt, just unlucky.
Nelson's letting the ball roll all the way to half court.
Yeah, if I'm Temple, if I'm Marion, I'm getting up right into her face and trying to grab that ball so their clock gets going.
Nelson finally picks it up. 10 seconds left. Temple trying to get within 2 or 1v1 with a 3. Nelson gets a screen. Nelson drives, puts up a tough floater, no good. Rebound, it is Currents not saving it. It'll be South Florida ball with 2 seconds remaining in the third quarter. But they're inbounding it back at their own basket, so not a lot you can do here. It's caught by Levy, and that will take us to 3 quarters. South Florida in the driver's seat. They lead by 4, headed to the fourth. tuck yourselves in. Get your seatbelts on. It's going to be a thrilling fourth quarter here as Temple trails by 4 over USF. It's basically been each team has dominated a quarter every other quarter. USF was up 4 after 1. Temple was up by 7 at halftime, and now USF has, again, a 4-point lead heading to the fourth quarter. Again, both teams needing the win. Temple 6-4, they're the 6th seed in the AAC, while USF is 6-5 and the 7th seed. The winner of today gets into that bye situation in the AAC. Max Ritterberg, Liam Gianelli here with you.
Yeah, stop me if you've heard this before, but death taxes Temple basketball in a close game, either side, men or women.
Temple's coming off a double overtime loss at Charlotte on Sunday. Could we be heading to more extra basketball? We shall see in the next 10 minutes. East, Temple has the ball wearing all white going from right to left. Here's Aaliyah Nelson, though, 1 of 7 in this game. Solis in the block. Solis misses the easy layup, and back comes South Florida.
That's just a good step through by Solis. Unlucky on the basket.
That was a great pass, too, by Aaliyah. But, again, no finish for Temple.
It's a great by TR East. No, all credit to Wilson on USF getting Aaliyah's face as quick as she can, not getting the shot up.
In the post, Shipple kicks it out. 3 ball for the Bulls. It's an air ball, but they get the rebound back by Areno.
That ball never hit the rim.
It's a now. There's 5 to shoot, and a fouling 3-point shooter. Levy fouled by East, and that will send Levy, who leads the South Florida Bulls of 17 points, to the free throw line where she has not been today.
It's just so hard to just close out on a 3-point opportunity without landing in their personal bubble, and that's why it was called right there in TR East. You got to give them some room to fall after the shot.
Romy Levy, the 6'3" redshirt junior from Israel, at the line to shoot 3. We've already mentioned this today. South Florida, only 3 players on their active roster who are born in the United States. So more than 80% of this roster not from the States. Levy made the first, missed the second. She'll shoot 1 more. She now has tied TR East at 18 points.
Well, either way, miss or make, it's going to be a 2-possession game.
And she makes it. So it's a 6-point Bulls lead. So this is their biggest lead of the game. Temple's biggest lead was 10. But now Temple needs to come back from their largest deficit of the afternoon. East up top, zone for South Florida. Solis, wide open floater. It's good. Sorry, correction, Inez Piper in the game, and Piper hits the floater. She's been good when she's been in the game.
Yeah, it kind of looked like the Bulls slept walk right there in defense, filling the paint. Inez Piper is nice to get the floater.
Got to watch out for her. She has 3 personal fouls. Levy has the ball top of the key against East. Levy, tough fadeaway jump shot, well off. Piper, what an effort for her getting the rebound. And then she flipped it to East. Oh, they called a foul on Temple? Is that what they did?
I think it's on USF.
I think they called it. They called a kick ball on Aaliyah Nelson. No, they called a foul on Nelson. She was not near the play.
That's right.
Diane Richardson is over half court.
She has to be careful staying in the coach's box, or it's going to lead to the official putting up a T. Looking at the replay,
yeah,
it looks like she got pushed from behind. Was ship ball from Aaliyah.
Diane wants them to look at it, but this is not the NBA where you can challenge calls.
And it's not under 2 minutes anyway in NCAA.
Yeah, she was over half court. She's lucky she did not get teed. She was on the court, well into South Florida's coaching box. As now South Florida regathers with 20 on the shot clock, 8:23 remaining in the fourth, up by 4. Levy has the ball. It's been all her for South Florida in the second half. It's also been about Shipholt. Driving in's Levy, layup, no good. Shipholt the rebound. Tristan Taylor takes it from her. It's a hard foul by Shipholt, but the much smaller Tristan Taylor. Oh, Shipholt is down on the ground. She has not gotten up yet. I heard a huge thump, and didn't know if it was for Shipholt or Taylor. But
for both.
But it was for Shipholt.
Taylor looks a little banged up too.
Wow, she looks a bit woozy getting up.
Looks like she's going to check right out.
Yeah, we might have to check her. I don't want to speculate, but that did not look good. She looked a bit woozy getting up. So she will come out for the first time today. She's played 32 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, give her a quick breather. She's good to go. Give her a minute or two. Maybe even the next media timeout to hold the lead and get it right back out there.
Now, this is Temple's chance, though, to get in the paint.
Exactly.
Get buckets in the paint. I think they're going to, let's see. There's a trainer working on Shipholt at the moment, so we'll keep you updated on that situation. Temple comes back. They have Nelson, Taylor, Piper, Solis, and East down by 4, 2 minutes in to the final quarter of basketball. Nelson wide open. Piper, mid-range. No good.
It's a good look.
Good look, and it's going to be a jump ball. Good effort by East. Possession arrow is South Florida. We have 7:50 remaining. So Temple has some nice hustle plays, though, here to start this fourth quarter.
You know, if I'm Diane Richardson's team, I'm running into a press for the rest of the way. You got to force turnovers in USF. Look, she's getting the crowd ready to go, making sure Liacouras Center is loud for the Owls.
Yeah, Diane trying to get this crowd into this one as Temple trailing by 4, needing this game.
It's getting a little loud. I'm hearing defense throughout the mic.
Yeah, so it's good. You got to get the crowd into it. There's 10 on the shot clock. The intensity, you can feel it here in this game. It is important. And I think Nelson just shoved a South Florida player. Oh no, they called on East. So for her, it's her second. That's already 3 team fouls, though, so 2 more. And South Florida will be in the bonus.
Yeah, it's been a tough game with these fouls. Like you said, the shot clock's winding down. You can feel the intensity, and they just give up with a loose ball. Just unlucky.
So South Florida, we've had no buckets in a bit here. Who will get the momentum now? It feels like both teams are battling on who can get the momentum back in this game. 3 for Levy. She's fouled again from 3. This will be Tristan Taylor. And just not even 3 minutes in, Levy's been fouled twice already from behind the arc.
Yep, and Shipholt's coming right back in, going to check in after a free throw.
So Shipholt will come in. She'll take out Johansson, who was in for the first time today. 3 free throws for Levy. She went 2 for 3 the first time, but now Temple's already at 4 team fouls, so bonus the rest of the way for South Florida. And Levy connects on the first free throw. She is now the only player into the 20-point club here today. 20 for her.
She really turned it on in the second half. Stars meet Tiara East running away with the best player of the game.
Everyone thought that was 2 shots, but it was 3. So 1 more for Levy. It's currently a 6-point game with 7:16 remaining. And Levy connects on all 3. 22 for her. It will be Tariana Gary coming in for Tristan Taylor.
It's going to be interesting how Temple tries to set up a play for Gary. Really good. Really would need a 3 out of her right now.
Gary has no points. 0 for 5 and 0 of 3 from behind the arc.
Giving her space on the corner. Look at Leah eyes at her down.
Nelson mid-range jump shot is good. They needed that. And Nelson's pumped as the lead is cut down to 5. 3 minutes into the final quarter.
I'm Coach Richardson. I would have called a timeout to try and set up a defense. You haven't got to stop in a while in USF. I would have really wanted to use a timeout right there. You got 3 left. Yeah,
she has 3 timeouts remaining. Only 2 for South Florida. Tight game here. You can feel both teams are, speaking of desperate here, both teams very desperate to get this victory. Excuse me. South Florida driving in. Levy for 3. Well off. Rebound by Denise Solis.
Good play by Tiara East, now falling in her vicinity.
Wow, what a catch by East. Not a great pass from Nelson. East drives. The left hand is good. She has 20 points, and Temple's within 3.
Right back into it.
But no one's guarding anyone as South Florida drives. Solis did not draw a charge. And this Temple bench, they have felt, I guess, I'll say it, the wrath of the referees this season. And once again, it's not going their way today, but it's still, no one got back on defense, and it puts Solis in a tough spot.
It's a great play by USF. It's a heads-up play by Coach Fernandez to tell his team to get down there as quick as you can. And that's on Temple. That's what I'm saying. Call a timeout. You got to set something up like a press so it doesn't happen like that.
Now, Rain Tucker coming in for Inez Piper. And right back to the line is Levy for her 7th and 8th free throws of this quarter. She connects again. Man, she's money right now.
She's money. Perfect. You know what? We might have just jinxed it again.
Well, she has missed one already, so to be fair. And she hits both. So it's a 5-point lead, 6:14 remaining. Temple trying to avoid a 2-game losing streak as they're trying to stay within the top ranks of the American. Nelson off a screen. Gary, they set the play for her for 3. Yes! T-Mac is on the board. It's a 2-point game.
Great play. Backdoor screen like they did with Tiara East earlier, but in this time it's Tariana Gary. It's money. Exactly what you needed for the offense. Tiara Richardson getting the crowd into it once again.
Yeah, Richardson wants the crowd on their feet here at the Liacouras Center. Levy has it. Passes it off to Shipholt. Wilson now on the right side, coming down left to right. They want Shipholt against Solis. They get it to her. Shipholt. Solis almost took it from her, but Denise Solis has played a lot more than usual, but her effort on defense has been there today.
It's a good defensive play by Solis. I know you didn't grab the ball for offense, but there's 4 seconds on the shot clock. Just hold it up right now.
Temple has made 3 consecutive wide open inbounds play. No good though by Levy out of all people.
Exactly. Rain Tucker got lucky right there. I thought she got a little bit of a hand in there.
Oh, Gary wanted the 3 for the lead. Good job backing it out to Nelson. 5:15 remaining.
Slow it down, use what you had to do with the clock. Set up a good play. Pick and roll action.
Tucker trying to get Solis the ball now. Tucker wants the post matchup. And it's an offensive foul. There was not any contact. Diane's going to get a TS soon. Diane is yelling at the referee. Tucker barely touched her.
That is a tough call right there by the ref. Yeah, like you said, Coach Richardson's got to be quiet on the sideline. I can understand her frustration. That is a flop if I've ever seen one.
I think it's a season-long frustration is what this is.
That's a tough call.
And she's going back over to talk to the referee. The ref stepping over to have a conversation. Solis is coming out. Piper's back in. That is a frustrating call. I think it's been the worst call of the game so far.
It's yeah.
You have to let Tucker be able to make a move.
Yeah, it's all expression right there. In basketball, that's a flop. That's what it is.
We have made it to the halfway mark. 2-point game. The Bulls lead in this back and forth matchup.
Beat got back door.
Wide open. That's a long mid-range jump shot. Good by Shipholt. She has 13 and 18.
If you're Temple, you're good. Take a quick basket and call a timeout. I'm telling you, Coach Richardson needs her team to refocus, especially on the defensive end.
Also, you can live with that shot. That's a long mid-range jump shot for Shipholt.
Yeah, it's got me back door too.
Nelson's jump shot. She's fouled, which will take us to our last media timeout of this quarter. I believe so. And there it is. We'll take a break. Nelson at the line to try to cut it to 2. It's now the witching hour here at the Liacouras Center.
Buckle up.
Welcome back. It is tight here at the Liacouras Center. Temple trailing by 4. Leah Nelson will have 2 free throws to cut it to 2. I'm Max Sinnerberg, joined by Liam Gianelli. We're WHIP Sports on YouTube. busy couple of days of Temple action. The men played Thursday. The men will be back here with Liam on the call against Charlotte tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock.
Yep.
And the women are trying to avoid a 2-game losing streak. No offense to the men's team, but a lot is riding on this game for the Temple program here as they're trying to get within that top 5 bye situation for the AAC. Nelson will shoot 2. She connects on the first one. And this has been an intense game. Diane Richardson has been very vocal throughout this game. The intensity is on full display here.
Yeah, we got a little bit of fans around us trying to make it loud in here. But
Nelson missed the second, though. So back the other way comes South Florida. Up by 3 with 4:20 to play. Brito throws it away almost, but kept in by Wilson. Areno, Wilson, Levy, Shippolt, and Brito. The lineup for South Florida coming down left to right in all green this afternoon.
That ball should be in Levy's hand the entire time offensively.
Driving in, Levy, short. Rebound by T-Mac.
You can slow it down if you're Temple.
Gary's pushing it, though. Nelson thought about a 3, will regather. Temple with Nelson, Piper, Tucker, Gary, and East.
You can take a 2 here. You don't need to settle for a 3-pointer.
Temple down by 3. Under 4 to play in regulation. Temple's already coming off a double overtime game on Sunday. Here's Tucker. Fouled, and she will shoot 2. She has been probably their more consistent player. East has kind of faded away in this game in the second half, and Tucker has kind of been the offensive load here in half number 2.
Yeah, great post up right there. Good enough to get the whistle. Now they're going to knock down these 2 shots.
So Rain Tucker, 8 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 blocks for her today. And she makes the first free throw, cutting it to 2. Again, Temple was up by 7 at halftime. We're down 4 through 3. And now are within 2 as Tucker splits of both players splitting free throws.
And those two points right there could make it a tie game.
So it's a 2-point game with 3:40 to play in regulation here at the Liacouras Center, a loud and ruckus Liacouras Center on this Saturday afternoon. Brito hands it off. This is going to be Wilson with the ball for South Florida. And it's going to have an off. Oh, is that 3 seconds? I don't know what they're calling here.
Looks like Enos Piper is grabbing someone down low. Don't know if it was Shippolt.
Now it's Piper's 4th. The bad news is it's over the limit for Temple. So South Florida will shoot 2 the rest of the way. So Brito will shoot 2, where she is 1 of 2 today from the line. Brito has 10 points on this day as well. She hits the first.
Yeah, those off-ball fouls have killed Temple throughout the entire game. It's a mental thing. You got to make sure you have the right players on offensive, defense, mismatch, adjustments. Again, that's what could be on the coaches as well. This communication.
Carla Brito, the 5'11 sophomore from Spain, connects both. So it's a 4-point game for South Florida. Nelson's just pushing it right away. East now has it. She throw it away. Miscommunication with Piper. Gary regains. Her layup is good. Great recovery by Gary.
Yeah, that was. It looked like both of them were holding the ball at once. Surprised it wasn't called a travel, but it's knocked down for 2. Richardson clapping on. I still would love to use a timeout from her.
She still has 3 left, Liam, at this point in the game, as we have hit the 3-minute mark. 2-point game here at the Liacouras Center. Down to the wire as usual if you follow the Temple Lady Owls all season long.
Every women's game I've called besides the first game has been a close one.
Yes. Areno has it. Nelson doubling Levy, Brito for 3. No good. Nelson brings home her 6th rebound.
She's pushing it down the court. Starcia, Cutter, and Tariana Gary.
Nelson, they can tie with the 2, regain the lead with the 3 here. We have 2:30 to play. Gary has on the right side, coming down right to left. Gary, they want East. Gary for the lead. Yes! T-Mac is on fire!
A big-time shot from a big-time player, and Temple is taking the lead.
Timeout, USF. We're going to keep it here, though, as T-Mac, who had no points in the first 3 quarters, has 8 here in the 4th, and Temple leads by 1. We have 2:14 remaining in regulation.
Yeah, that was the spark you needed from someone on the Temple out of the Temple bunch, and it's Tariana Gary. Diane Richardson's own from Townsend, and she steps up in the biggest moments. That 2 to cut the lead, and now that 3 to take the lead for the Owls.
The offense had nothing going. They were looking for East on the back screen. She got blocked off, and T-Mac said, I'll just shoot it, and bang, Gary connects.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it a heat check, but she gave her space in the vicinity, and again, you can't do that to Tariana Gary. If you're going to give her that much, might as well just add 3 to scoreboard before the ball is even let go.
This is a game of runs, and Temple has the momentum. They have made 5 consecutive field goals to take this 1-point lead. So it is now time for defense, 54-53.
Yeah, USF's going to try and work down low to get the foul call, the whistle their way. So I wonder if they stick with man or run to a zone. I'm going to stay with man the entire rest of the way.
That was a 30-second timeout. One more timeout remaining for South Florida. Levy has it. She has 24 on the game. Oh, a double dribble by Levy, and out of a timeout. And Coach Fernandez is beside himself on the Bulls sideline. Temple gets the ball back, up 1. We have 2:06 remaining.
Yeah, she scooped it over. You sometimes get away. Look at the replay right here.
Oh,
yeah,
she did.
yeah,
oh,
that's
she
a double
definitely
dribble.
did. Wow, that was obvious. Especially in the slow-mo that ESPN Plus gave us here in the arena. Temple with a bucket here would be huge. Tucker at the free throw line. Tucker needs help.
You don't need a 3. You can take a shot towards the basket.
It's a foul on South Florida.
That's a good foul.
So that's 4 team fouls. So the good news now is that both teams now are over the limit from now on. So the next foul for South Florida will put Temple at the line.
Yeah, free throws being crucial down the stretch. Temple's sitting at 71%, 10 of 14 from the stripe.
South Florida 15 of 18.
It's a good foul, and Thierry's had the handoff.
That was a tough pass from Nelson to East. East spins. East double team. She's fouled, and Temple gets a call this time. Look how pumped the coaches are. They're like relieved they got a call. And East, who really carried the Owls to the first half, carried her throughout the first half, has had a 6-point second half.
Yet she's had some big shots all night, but these are the 2 shots at the stripe that could be the biggest.
She has 2. And here's the first shot. It's no good for Tierra East.
They're free throws for a reason, ladies and gentlemen. They're called they're free points.
She's now 2 of 5 from the line. Make it 3 of 6. Temple by 2 with 1:41 remaining. East leads Temple with 21. South Florida has no field goals in the last 3 minutes. 90 seconds remaining here from the Liacouras Center. A must-win for both teams in February, the heart of college basketball season. Can they get Levy a shot? No one was guarding someone in the corner, and almost a steal. It is off of Gary. Open in the corner, though, is Areno.
Don't know why Areno grabbed that. That would have been their ball out of bounds.
Brito misses the jump shot. Rebound. It's bobbling. It's gone to South Florida.
Shot clock resets. Good rebound right there.
And South Florida will keep it here. We'll call their last timeout, Liam. No more for the Bulls with 1:04 remaining. We will keep it here. What do you think about that? Them using their last timeout in this situation?
Yeah, 1 minute left. They probably saw it was a short shot clock. They got to try and get a shot up. Don't know if it's going to be a screen right off the inbound and someone cuts the basket, trying to get the whistle through continuation. But to go point out that play earlier, Areno it was Wilson who was on the outside towards there. It looked like Enos Piper. That was the whole point of it. She's going to step in while she's trying to get the basket, so she can't get a shot up. It's a good idea. Everyone probably in the stands probably like, what is this miscommunication? Now, that was part of the play. But why, my question was, Areno grabbed the ball when it was clearly tipped off Enos Piper, and then you could have called timeout right there to set up an inbound play under the basket at the sense. So a little more confusing. I get it. It's fight or flight response in this time of game. So let's see if USF draws something out. If I'm Temple, I am not guarding the inbounder. I'm trying to double team Chapal because that's probably who the ball is going to down low and try and square up to the basket.
So last time the Bulls came out of a timeout, it was a double dribble, a carry by Levy.
So 24 points from her, but that could be a really crucial mistake and going a long way for their Bulls' second straight loss.
Also down the stretch, Temple is 3 of 6 from the line. They could be up by 5, but they're only up by 2. So it'll be Nelson, Tucker, Piper, East, and Gary for Temple. Blasting is now back in for South Florida with Wilson, Levy, Shipholt, and Brito. It is go time. 1:04 to play. It'll be 15 on the shot clock for South Florida. They are out of timeouts. Temple has 3. Both teams are over the limit. South Florida, here's Blasting for the lead. Short. Offensive rebound falls right into the hands of Levy, and it's an and 1. It was an unlucky bounce for Temple. Levy takes advantage, And we're tied up at 55 with 56.9 remaining.
Yeah, that's a tough call. I said we ain't even called Blasting's name a lot tonight, if at all. She's 0 of 5 from 3, 0 of 8 from the field. It was an arrow ball right there and just bounced off 2 Owls and just Levy's there, right place at the right time.
This free throw is to give the Bulls the lead. She missed it. So we're tied up, and Diane Richardson quickly calls one of her final 3 timeouts. So unlucky because Levy had been money, 7 of 8 from the line. Both teams really choking at the line here down the stretch.
Yeah, that means it also from a timeout. And like if you don't know how it works from the men's and the women's, it advances over half court like the NBA, so they have a chance on their offensive side.
Great point.
Quicker look at the basket. That's a big thing. If you're the men, you probably hate that rule. Just have to start under the basket. Even when the ball's in midair, Leah was trying to call timeout, and the ref's like, you got to get the ball. And Diana was standing right next to one of the officials, warning timeout call.
The next game is for Temple. They'll be at UAB on Wednesday night. And then a weird Monday game for them, February 19th, here against Tulane. They will not be here for another 9 days after today. 55 apiece. Again, last game for Temple. They lost in a heartbreaking double overtime game at Charlotte. South Florida coming off a tough loss at home to Rice on Wednesday night, looking to get a bye in the AAC tournament.
Last home game Temple had was the TRE's game winner.
Buzzer. That was on SportsCenter's Top 10. Here's Temple out of the timeout. Can they get the lead? East.
She wants it.
East at the free throw line. East cuts in. The layup, no good. Rebound. Piper trying to save it. It's off of South Florida. So they are going to review it. Now, that was an interesting thing. 2 players looked like, I just thought Piper touched it last. But now they will take a look at it. As of now, there is 43.4 remaining. And if it's Temple ball, they'll get a fresh 20 on the shot. Here we go. We're getting a replay now here in the arena. Slow-mo to that. It looks off South Florida to me, Liam. From that look.
It's tough because Enos Piper does grab it with her hand and tries to save it. Don't know if she had it. It touches her hand while her foot's out of bounds because, again, it's a close replay. Like we said, stop me if you heard this before. Late game timeouts, clock management, Temple in a close game. It's like a script. You can't make it up.
You can't make it up, and this is for the good reasons compared to the men's team, who will be here tomorrow. Liam and Hayden Vandell will be on the call as the men take on Charlotte, who are now leading the American, or the top 3 in the AAC.
USF's #1 in the men's.
Yeah, so the
It's
Charlotte
having trouble at Rice right now.
Yeah, the Temple men coming off that tough loss at home on the whiteout on Thursday night against Memphis. But it's not about that. This is a big call here. Now, now the refs are going to discuss again. So they just looked at the monitor.
Looks like that was quick.
They're going to ask for a third eyes on it. There are 3 refs. So it looks like both refs were kind of tied or something. I don't know. We'll see.
Again, a 50-50 call. I think that stays with the home team or the initial call.
That's what's crucial, Liam, is that on the court, they said it's Temple ball. So there needs to be clear and obvious reason to overturn this to South Florida.
Well, now if it stays Temple ball, it's under the basket, which gives them a better look to go straight up with it. It depends who they want to go to. If I'm them,
they do have a fresh shot clock because the East miss was off the rim.
Here's another look right here. Remember, USF has no timeout if they get the ball.
Oh, they're looking at the clock, too, because the clock did reset to 30 by accident.
That's a really bad angle what we're looking at.
Now, here's the good news. If they're looking at the shot clock being wrong, that means it's definitely going to be Temple ball because the 30 seconds would just give normally to South Florida. So if they are indeed looking at the clock, this should be Temple ball, which would be big here. That stopped the streak, by the way, of 5 consecutive field goals made by Temple. And Tierra East has been the go-to, 21 points, 6 rebounds, 8 of 16 from the floor. As we're getting a call here, Temple ball.
All right, so there you go. But Temple's going to get it under the basket
Hooter
right here.
just did a Fortnite dance, and a down.
And a gritty.
Hey, wow, Hooter plays Fortnite. I guess that's confirmed. Okay, all right, here we go.
Well, we know who does too, Max.
We do know. Aaliyah Nelson is inbounding it for Temple. They usually get that quarter 3 for Terriana Gary. Can they do it here?
Looking for Tierra East this time.
East, 20 on the shot clock, 40 to go. Here we go.
I'm taking it right to the basket. You have to. Get the whistle.
East, double teamed. Back up to Nelson, 10 to shoot. Piper the pass. The layup's good and the foul! goal.
Great play.
Enos Piper finishes it. Great pass by Nelson, and the and one for Piper.
That is a tough shot. Looks like she got clothesline, Max. We watched wrestling. She hit the floor with a thud, and that's great concentration.
Wow, she got bumped hard.
That's
Now,
a whistle.
This is a big free throw here. Temple leading by 2. We have 32.8.
Now here you do, if Enos Piper makes it, what do? Do you foul when they get over half court?
I don't know, it might be too early to foul.
Or you get 2 seconds on the shot clock?
Well, we don't have to worry about that. She missed it. Temple can't foul.
USF, no timeouts. They have to play it out.
1 second separates the shot in the game clock. This could be the game.
You hear defense throughout the Liacouras Center right now.
Areno. Here is Levy, the leading scorer for USF today. Levy, double team. She throws it away to Gary. There's
Hold
under
the ball.
10 seconds.
Just hold the ball.
Gary to Nelson. The layup's good with 5 seconds left.
I hated the play because she missed it. That gives them a chance. But
4-point game. This shot doesn't matter. And Temple wins it.
what a win for the Owls. It was a gritty way, but they answer right back on home court and bounce back in a big way.
What a dramatic victory. South Florida having no timeouts cost them. They could have had time to think down 2. But
That was, yeah, you're right, no timeouts, but give credit where credit's due. Defense when it mattered most. Tiara Eastland, Leah Nelson, double teaming Levy in the high post, and exactly why she threw it away. Gary, not a big fan of the pass to Leah down low. You just got to hold it just in case you missed the layup, but a win is a win.
Got to give a lot of credit. Tariana Gary, no points. She came to play 8 in the 4th quarter. A team win. Now the Temple players are all doing the fight chant right in front of the band. It felt like a season-changing, maybe the best win of the season for the Temple Lady Owls.
We talked about February is the month. You have to start separating yourself from the pack, and if this is any effect how Temple's going to go through the rest of the month heading into Fort Worth, then I think it's good things to come for the Owls.
A fantastic win. Temple moves to 13-10, 7-4 in the AAC.
Well, Max, I just want to say thank you for letting me have the opportunity to call.
Second to last.
Well, yeah, my last game with you.
Yes.
So I just want to give a shout out
Thank
to
you.
Max Diddenberg, the best to ever do it here
Wow.
at WHIP.
Thank you.
You have one more, second to last. You have one more game
One
after
more.
this.
Yeah, I don't know which one it is, but it's one more game. Yeah.
So if you want to stay tuned for that, but you could, like you said, you plugged me for tomorrow. Hopefully the men can repeat with the win in the win column. But great job today, Max. It's all you, man.
Thank you. Stay tuned for our Twitter for our post-game show following the press conference. Temple wins 59-55.